Thank you. And so, as one of my favorite people in chiropractic says, when you're on purpose, you're not alone. How many of you know who says that? Dr. Chris Kent, right? At the end of every audio, he says, when you're on purpose, you're not alone. And so I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Look around this room. Look around this room. These are like-minded people that are here with you to support you, to be here for you, and we are as well. So over the last several years, how many people have had incidents where they feel like they're all alone, right? More so now than ever, right? You're in your practice, you're going through all these things, and you feel that way. But there's something that moves you forward. There's a reason why you had this happen in December and what happened in February, and you're here, right? To be with these people, to share your message, to give your gifts. This week, I'm practicing, and we've had a busy couple weeks. I mean, we all do, right? We can all list the things that we did, and you hear the people, you talk to them, and I did this today and that today, and I did this, and we've had a really busy couple weeks. I was at Sherman last week. We had the Boulder Creek Festival with our team, so they've worked like so many days in a row, and they're here showing up to support you guys. So I just want to thank our team from our office. Patrick, Amanda, Rebecca, Nori, and Brooke, our intern, who was her last week interning with us. So thank you so much. They've been incredible. And then also all of the MCs who give so much, and they have so much going on in their lives as well, and they show up and they support us and support this event. And also thank you to all of you for flying here, for playing full out, we want you to get the most out of this weekend, like I said last night. So this week, because we still practice, on top of doing all the things that we do, right? People always say, I always say, we're in the trenches with you. And they go, what does that mean? And I'm like, we're still doing it. We're still dealing with hiring people and that's the hard part, right, of practice. The easy part is when we lay our hands on people, right? That's magic. That's magic. It's spiritual. When you're doing that, there's nothing else in the world other than maybe hugging your kid, right? When you're laying your hands on people, it's magic. It's purpose, right? It's why you say chiropractic saved my life. It's why, this week I saw, you have those days, right? It's noon, I'm supposed to be done. I have to go back and do mentoring calls with people that I mentor and get home, and we get a phone call, and they come in, hey, Dr. Richelle, this woman's gonna be late, and she's bringing her daughter, who's in her late 20s, who has MS, and her newborn baby. Are you okay? Do you want us to check her? Are you okay to stay? And I said, sure. And we had somebody else coming, a family of, the dad had already been in, but a family of 3, 2 young girls and a mom, who I was going over their reevaluation with them and going over their x-rays and everything. They said, how are we gonna do this? And I'm like, I don't know, you take this person in this room and I'll do this, and we're trying to juggle it. It all worked out. It always works out, right? Even when it's messy, it's organized chaos. And that's when the magic happens, in that craziness, in that organized chaos. And so I checked the baby first. Oh, bright, beautiful blue eyes, right? Of course I'll stay for that. Of course I'll stay for that. And then I check the young woman with MS who's dragging her foot and her hands, and the changes that I felt in her spine and her spinal and neural integrity in one visit, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. And I've been in practice for almost 25 years. And it's not me. None of this is me. I'm not special. It's chiropractic. It's chiropractic. And she comes back on Thursday and she said, she lives in Durango, so she came up to visit her mom. And she said, I can't believe how much change I experienced in one visit. She said, I'm walking differently. Guys, this gift is huge. And all the garbage that we deal with that stresses us out, it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't matter. What matters is those people that are under our hands. The money, managing your practice, being an entrepreneur, you need to know all that stuff. But what matters is those people that are under your hands. That's why we're here. And those people that are in your house, right? That's what really matters. So that was incredible, and it was chaos. And then I had this family come in, mom and 2 girls. I'm probably going to get the ages wrong, but one was 11 or 12, and I think the other one's like 14 or 15, around that. Okay. And the mom, and they're dancers, and they're meditators, and they eat organic, and they were home birthed, and they're homeschooled, and their x-rays were garbage. Their x-rays were garbage. Their heart rate variability, amazing, right? Right? Because they do all the things, right? They do all the things. But their EMG, their thermal scan, their x-rays, I almost fell on the ground when I saw them. So we've been taking care of them for a while. And we do this thing we call it an X and a Y. It's basically like a reevaluation. Then we meet with them privately and show them before and after, right? Because we're outcome assessment junkies. You hear me say that all the time. So, a lot of the times they're good, and sometimes they are like you can't even believe it. Well, I'm so excited. It was Brooke's last day, well, second to last day in our office as an intern, and that was the last appointment that I had to show people their tests, and she was there for it, and I was like, you couldn't have gone out on a higher note, girl. You're seeing the best side of practice, right? And so I adjusted them, and then I went over one daughter's results, I went over the next daughter's results, and then the mom's results. My jaw fell on the ground at the changes that these people had. Reverse cervical curves, spine totally bowed to one side, completely straight spine. EMG, normal healthy limits. Change in the thermal scan, incredible heart rate variability, right? So you can do all the right things, right? You can do all the right things. You can eat healthy, you can exercise, they're like professional dancers in homeschool. They do all the things. But what was missing? Chiropractic, right? That's what was missing, to make them the best version of themselves, to function at the highest level that they possibly could. And so what a gift. We have purpose so far and big. And I get drugged down in the muck and mire of daily things sometimes too. And we don't have the luxury to stay there. We don't have the luxury to stay there. Because we were called. And I know people don't like to hear that. Chiropractic, I didn't choose chiropractic. Chiropractic chose me, and people don't like that. Yes, it did. It did choose you. Everything you do is guided. Everything. Every interaction you have, every person you meet, everyone that calls you and asks you, hey, can you show up for this? Can you be here? You're being guided. You're being called. How blessed are we to hear these second and third generation chiropractors that are here? Are they beyond on fire? It radiates in every cell of their body. And this path that we walk, is it always easy? I would love to be up here and say, everything's so easy, it's so wonderful. Oh my gosh, I would be a liar and be inauthentic. It's not easy, but it's worth it.